Marriage is a sacred bond that is sadly broken quite often by many. It is thought that affairs are easier now because of intermingling between the genders and the advent of technology. But perhaps it is the same advanced technology that has made it easier for an erring spouse to get caught. Astrology can easily tell if a person is more prone to affairs. It shows weaknesses and flaws that might make a person predisposed towards seeking a relationship outside of marriage. It can also identify the most likely time periods for these affairs. Welcome to Jothishi.com. In this video, we'll talk about the extramarital affairs and the Vedic astrology chart. Vedic astrology, to a certain extent, looks at the psychology behind an affair. A person who has an affair might be motivated by many factors. The most common factors are mind, passion, romantic feelings, sex, courage, to do the forbidden. Each of these factors and personality traits can be seen in an horoscope. A person with a strong mind does not stray from his or her marital woes easily, and we can study the moon as well as the fourth house of happiness for the mind and happiness at home. The courage and initiatives can be seen from the third house. The other factors can be studied from the 5th, 7th, 8th and the 12th houses. The 5th house and the 7th house and their malefic aspects are the main considerations for affairs in the chart. Secrecy and having multiple secret affairs are ascertained by yuti of 5th, 7th and 8th lords and malefic aspects and conjunctions on these combinations. A systematic Kundli matching approach can easily identify the probability of affairs in a chart. Seldom does a person look outside of marriage unless there is some dissatisfaction within the marriage. So before looking for signs of unfaithfulness, one must first study how the person is in relationship. When there are signs in a horoscope that a person will tend to have a relationship or marital issues, one can more confidently look for signs of infidelity. It takes an expert analysis to determine and confirm infidelity. There is always free will and a person always has the choice to do the right thing. A horoscope only indicates the tendency, but depending on the person's nature and character, he or she may progress towards infidelity in a marriage. Moon indicates the mind and the sexual desires, and Venus indicates the significator of love and romance. Any malefic aspect or conjunction for these two planets, that is Moon and Venus, can increase the tendency for an extramarital affair. The 8th house is the house of secrecy. So any combination of the 5th house, the 5th lord, the 7th house, the 7th lord, and the 8th house or the 12th house can indicate a probability for extramarital affairs. The 9th house is again the house of dharma. When the house of dharma is not that strong and has malefic influences, there can be tendencies of these natures. The upapada and arudhapada, that is UL and AL, in malefic houses or in houses like 6th or the 8th house with malefic impacts can increase the tendency for infidelity and extramarital affairs. If the Kama Trikona in the chart is reasonably strong and has malefic sort of impacts, it can also indicate a very strong extramarital tendency in a chart. If the mind is weak and the 9th house of dharma is not strong, and always there are malefics in the 4th house, especially in the Navamsha, clearly indicates that the person may not be happy at all times. A person of this nature tends to find fault and always be unsatisfied and will not be even happy even though he or she may have the best partner. Some people are unfaithful because they have crave for sexual thrills that they get in marriage. We can study the chart for tendencies for too many sexual cravings. For this, the 7th, 8th and the 12th houses are studied. Mars and Venus, especially with an aspect or conjunction of Rahu in particular, should be studied. Even when the Rashi chart does not show such indications, one might find clues in the Navamsha chart. Multiplicity in relationships or other facets of life can be seen through dual signs. So these signs are like Mithuna, Dhanur and Meena. Similarly, Mercury is also a strong significator of duality. A person with For example, say Lagna Lord as Mercury and not reasonably strong can have difficulty in taking any decision in life and get influenced by people who are mentally very strong very, very easily. Similarly, courage also plays an important part in people moving towards infidelity. And this is denoted by the third house in that particular chart. Any weakness in the Rashi chart must be verified and confirmed in the Navamsha. Events in the horoscope are most likely to occur during the Mahadasha or Antardasha of the connected planets. However, the probability of infidelity or extramarital affairs has to be re-verified multiple times by an expert astrologer or an authority on Vedic astrology. Only then a confirmation can be noted. Hope you all like this video on infidelity and extramarital affairs in a chart, and thank you for watching the Jothishi.com channel.